This is Mary Dermensis, and this is my interview number 2 for CLD 251 Interpersonal Communication. Hi, I'm Mary. Nice to meet you.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Moore.
I understand that you have come here today to discuss a problem. I would just like to let you know that I will strictly just be asking you questions, and you do not need to disclose any information you don't feel comfortable with. Also, I will not be providing you with any advice, and I am simply just here to listen to you and understand a problem you may be currently facing. All right, so what are matters that you would like to discuss about today?
Well, just recently, my son Andre has just become very almost like anxious, I want to say. Like, he's been crying a lot more. He's become really attached to my husband and I, which I would assume would have died down by now because he is getting older.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm just really confused and kind of worried about this behavior.
All right. So let me just ask you, how old is your son?
Andre, he just turned 4. Just
Okay.
recently, yeah.
Okay, and so like you said, he's become very attached to you and your husband. Um, so I understand that he's attached to both you and your husband, but have you noticed that he's attached to other people in your life as well? Like maybe um, his grandparents, a sibling, an aunt or an uncle?
Um, I mean, he's just this like recent attachment behavior. It's more aimed towards my husband and I. He just, like whenever he sees us, he'll like cling on to us, and like if he, I don't know, like if he just finished eating dinner, he'd be right there sitting next to me, watching TV. It's any second he can, he'll be right by my side, and I haven't noticed it with anyone else, to be honest. It's just really with us.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what about when you go out separately from your child? So, for example, maybe if you go out for dinner with some of your friends, or you go out to do some errands, or something along the lines of that. Like, does your child's behavior occur then as well?
That's a good point, because just a couple days ago we went for dinner. My husband, my son, and my daughter, and just a couple of friends, and we were sitting at the table. Everything was fine, My friend has a young son close to Andre's age, and they were getting along. But as soon as I left the table to go to the bathroom, and my husband had been at the other end of the table, so he
Okay.
wasn't close to Andre anyways. As soon as I went to the bathroom, Andre was running after me. All of a sudden, like, tears filled in his eyes. He just couldn't help, like, I couldn't leave the table. It just, like, it really hurt him. And yeah, it's really unusual behavior, and have noticed it outside of the house and when I go out with friends and stuff. Yeah.
Okay, so from what you're telling me, he's become very attached, and it seems as though he becomes maybe very fearful when you do leave. Now that's going to lead me to ask you, is he placed at a child care center?
Yeah, he actually is. He goes 3 days a week when I'm actually in school. He is. He's at the one at my school, and yeah.
All right. And how long has he been at that specific child care center for?
He hasn't been there for too long, to be honest. I want to say he started, I don't even know, like September, and it's March now, so not that long at all for a childcare center. Yeah.
All right. And with your child being very anxious and being very attached, like you have said, when did you notice or observe this behavior starting to occur?
It would, like I said before, pretty recently, so I'd have to say maybe a couple weeks ago. Yeah, and at the start I kind of brushed it off, like, whatever, like maybe he's just going through a rough patch, but it's been 2 weeks now, and he's just become very attached and cries a lot, and
Okay.
I want to figure it out.
All right. And does he have any siblings? So do you have any other children?
Yep, I have a daughter. She just recently turned 1 year old.
Okay. Um, Now going back to your child's behavior, have you only noticed his behavior in your home or in the child care center as well? Have you maybe has the EC at the child care center mentioned anything, or has it only been you've observed his behavior when he's in your home environment?
Um, the only thing I've observed is when he's in the home environment, he's very, or like when I, let's say, like I said before, like when we go out for dinner or anything, he's very attached. But when I do go to pick him up from daycare, right away he's running up to me. But you know what? Like that's what every kid does. But the EC in the classroom actually did tell me like when I drop him off in the morning, it does take him a while to calm down. And he's very distant from the other kids and just, he's somewhat clingy to the ECEs, but I guess that's because they're an older figure as well.
Okay. And is there anything that you can maybe think of that might have elicited your child's behavior? So, do you know of anything that might have occurred in your home or at the childcare center that your child's placed at that might have brought out this behavior in your child?
You know what? That's a really good question because just last week he actually, oh no, you know, it wasn't last week. It was a couple weeks ago. He got changed. There's 2 preschool rooms at the childcare center.
Okay.
And he got switched from one into the other. I guess that could have spiked this sudden change in behavior. I mean, that makes a lot of sense. He did become really attached to one of the ECs in the other room, and now
All right.
obviously he doesn't get to see her that much. Maybe trust issues. I don't know. Maybe like that's a really good question, actually. Yeah.
Okay. So it looks like you have found maybe a possible solution to your child's behavior that seems valid. You should definitely try and maybe go and talk to the EC. But I just want you just to remember that I'm always here for you to talk to if you need. And I would just like to say thanks for coming here today and for talking to me. I hope all goes well with your child.
Right. Well, thank you for this opportunity.